What's up, friends? Good morning. I'm a little bit excited right now because we're going on a field trip. Yeah, guys, I'm trying to figure out what this is, and I'm not sure exactly what's going on here. Whoa! Kind of looks like somebody might have a camper built in there. I'd say there's a good probability that is a van lifer over there. What up? What up? My morning field trip came over to the Walmart. Got in and out of the place before 8 o'clock, and it's actually not very busy over here. And, well, I always try to plan my Walmart trips out like that where it's not very busy. Check that out. That's the way to do Walmart, friends. What did I have to buy? Well, I didn't have to buy anything, but 3 more packs of Zeros, some tube putty, and a cheap Walmart ratchet. That's right, friends. A little bit of barbecue on there. A little hickory brown sugar. I was having some lower back pain, so I did some pull-ups, and the next morning I woke up feeling like $100, friends. Like absolutely no pain at all. So I'm telling you, keep that back stretched out. It really does help. Maybe shouldn't swing, but I kind of have my own style. Oh, that feels so much better than last week. My mid-back pain's going away. I was starting to have some inner thigh pain, which was concerning me. So I started biking again and I started walking, and it actually all went away, which I'm very glad of. But anyways, friends, keep the body active and keep moving. Inactivity is a killer. And yes, that's ice cream, and it tasted really, really good. I try not to get sucked into these Black Friday sales, but this thing's usually $100, and I've been wanting to get one for a while that's my own. I've been using my dad's right now. I don't need anything that fancy. I just need something to blow all the debris out of here. So, save an extra $5 when you purchase online. Let's just see what the totals come out to. If it stays under $50, I'm going to go ahead and pick it up. So I went ahead and did it today, friends. Andy's zip tying up the gas tank cover, the plastic cover. One of the bolts broke off while it got rusted. The sun feels good. So the sun's shining today, but it still is a little bit chilly. Once I get walking, though, I'm sure I'll warm up. Still cold. Warming up a little bit. Neighbors have got their camper covered up. Beautiful day out here, friends. My body's warmed up now. A shout out and a big thank you to whoever mowed this.
That's kind of what we were chatting about yesterday.
Good morning, guys. And the sun is shining bright today. It's a new day. Went for a little walk yesterday. I actually went for 2 walks yesterday. Felt good to get out and do some walking, friends. I got the diesel heater running right now. It's really not too cold out. It was chillier this morning, but it's still a little bit chilly in there, so I'm going to let it run for a little bit longer. Well, guys, as you know, you've been following the journey. I had a gig going on, and, well, here's the thing. I am more than likely probably going to have to find another gig before I hit the road, friends. I probably need around roughly a few more $1,000s before I get back out on the road again. And my plan was to work the job that I just had all winter, stay inside a warm factory. And anyhow, I knew within the first 20 minutes of doing that job that was not going to work for me. And I tried to get changed to a different department. And they came back with me and said, well, we're going to have somebody else train you. When they came back with me, like, we're going to have somebody else train you, I was like, yeah, this is not going to work. So I went to lunch and I relieved myself. You guys that have been following the journey now, well, I ran over a screw with this tire and ruined the inside of it. I guess there's an insertion on there. It actually kind of went away. There was an air bubble on the inside of the tire, but nevertheless, it's not safe to drive on. But look at that tread, friends. Yeah, that's not bad. That tire is unrepairable. Like I said, the inside of the tire is ruined. So my plan with the tires was, the van came with a really good set of snow tires all the way around it. Snow tires aren't my first choice of tires, but that's what it came with. And my plan was just to run the tires till they got down to the cords and then buy a new set of all-terrain tires. But now I'm faced with the decision. If I want to keep the same tread pattern all the way around, I have to buy a new snow tire to replace that tire so the tread patterns can stay the same all the way around. But do I really want to buy a new tire? Tires are like $130 to $150, and my plan was to buy all-terrain tires, and those are just a little bit under $200. But if I put all-terrain tires on the van, which is what I'm planning on doing eventually, I'll gain roughly close to 2 inches of height off the van just because the tires make the van sit up taller. So I've thought about buying 2 all-terrain tires and just running them on the rear, and then running the snow tires on the front, because I really hate not to use those tires because they have such good tread on them. But at the same time, I really don't want to buy 2 all-terrain tires and just have 2 all-terrain tires on the back. I want to get them all the way around when I do it. So I don't know. I'm on the fence right now. I'm thinking about just buying 1 snow tire and replacing that tire. And then doing what I told you, running them all the way till the cords, we get down to the cords. Or I'm thinking about just getting some more funds scraped together and just going ahead and buying all new all-terrain tires. Which, I don't go to a lot of extreme places, or I haven't, but there are times when I am in rocky areas and having a good set of all-terrain tires on. One of my favorite gold mining places I call the secret spot. The road is literally like, the camera doesn't do it justice, but the road is like, it's a pretty steep incline. And having a good set of all-terrain tires on wouldn't hurt right there. I know that. But I think even with the snow tires, having an all-wheel drive, if you don't have an all-wheel drive or a 4x4, I have seen people come down there in cars and stuff, and I really say to myself, what in the hell are you doing? Because I've seen enough people go down there now to know that you're not going to get back up. They have to get the loader from the township shed, which is quite a ways of distance away from the claim. And I've seen a couple people being pulled out like that by the loader. So, yeah, having a good set of tires on the van would give me a little bit of extra security all the way around. Vehicles are not cheap, friends. This is my biggest expense on the road, is keeping the van running, between insurance. And insurance isn't too bad, but it's a constant bill every 4 months. Insurance, gas, and then the biggest thing is keeping it running. You just never know what's going to break. And you just never really know with vehicles, and that's why they're expensive. You just never know what's going to break on them. And when they break, you got to fix them or you don't have them working. And that's the way it goes. So, trying to get my marbles together, guys, so I can get out west again and get back to gold prospecting and living in the van. Full time. Yeah. All right, friends. Well, I had a little bit more I was going to discuss with you, but we're already close to 7 minutes right now, and it really wasn't that important anyway, so I'll pick it up in another video. Thanks for watching again, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Out!